Hi everyone, it's Carrie and welcome back to another video. If you guys don't know me, my name is Carrie. I run Traveling Pony Studios, which is a small crochet business that I created last year to help pay for my horse's many medical expenses. I run my own little online shop, as well as I do YouTube, of course, and then I also attend markets pretty much almost every month. And as well, I have my products in stores, so I do a lot of videos about markets, crocheting, stores, all that fun stuff. So in today's video, we're gonna be doing one that you guys are quite familiar with. I could confidently say, y'all, that I did get close to a week this time. Lately, I've been doing like every 2 weeks, kind of this weird thing, but I did make it a week. So in today's video, we're going to be basically going over everything that I crocheted this past week. Of course, like I said before, this doesn't include everything because a lot of the items that I do make pretty much turn around fairly quickly and then go off to stores. So it is a little bit difficult for me to have everything at once. And as well, I do have items off to the side that are not completely finished, but they have been crocheted. So an example of this is, we're gonna start with what's on my table. So I have 2 of these lavender cows that still need the lavender parts, but I will be putting the lavender on this afternoon. This is actually from my own pattern, and basically for the most part, the only thing you have to sew on is the nose and the horns. But I think I've mentioned this before, I primarily only do mini cows now. I don't really do the large cows like I once did, just because I do find my mini cows sell a little bit better than my large ones. So I've got these 2 lavenders that just need the lavender to be done. I have the body basically done of a sunflower cow. I did go ahead and finish another sunflower cow that you will see later. I have the sakura cow, which is the same thing, just needs to be finished off. Have all the parts, just need to get around to sewing it. I have a black and white cat that needs to be finished. I have 2 brown and white cats that need to be finished. Downstairs, I have 6 tigers that need to be finished. Alongside that, I have 2 dogs that are mustard color. They need to be finished, and I also have a terracotta colored dog and a Java dog that needs to be finished. So 4 dogs in total. So now let's go over the things that are a little bit more put together and I can show you guys. Starting off, let's go with the squids again. So I did make these 2 squids. My assumption is these 2 squids will be leaving me pretty quickly because these squids just fly off the shelf at the stores I'm at, and I just made 2 to start trying to recuperate. I know these guys are gonna go. I just can never keep them for very long anymore. So I did make 2 so I could go send them off to the store at the beginning of the week. So I've got these 2 squids. I have these 2 giraffes, which are just exclusive for my markets. So I try and have some items that are for stores, some items that are only for markets. Typically for markets, I will bring more of my medium-sized, larger items alongside the small items, opposed to a lot of times to stores, I will focus on smaller items because the price isn't as bad, because typically with stores, you are either adding commission and credit card on top of it, and that makes the price higher, or in some cases, like I experienced with some stores, you'll take a loss because of like a 60-40 split or some type of situation like that. I have these 2, they are just from my market. I have this baby flamingo. I did have a second flamingo, but that actually got bought by somebody who came in and ordered 7 things. So I just have 1 left. I have to make many more baby flamingos, I think like 3 or 4 to really catch up. I have 2 orange and white loaf cats. This completes my number that I wanted to accomplish for this color. I have 2 of these mini elephants. I actually originally had made 3, but one of them did go to a new home with that order that I mentioned before. So I just have these 2 left, and I'll probably make another one if I have time to get back up to 4, but if not, I feel like 3 is all right. These mini items can be a hit or miss, especially with these little elephants. This right here is the completed sunflower cow that I mentioned. So I do have 1 more, and then this one has the pink in the ears opposed to the other ones. I just did not do the pink in the ears. Still crochet the ears the same way, just folded them over and still did the single crochets across so it could be crocheted into the body. But this is one of my sunflower cows. I had actually originally made, I think about, 3 more of these mushrooms, but I have 2 of them left. So I made about 5 mushrooms, but I have these guys. I mentioned this before. These don't really sell great for me at markets all the time, but they have been selling very well at the stores, which is why I have been making a lot of them recently. I feel like I used to only restock or remake these every couple of months. It feels like recently I have been making mushrooms every single week, and I have the pattern pretty memorized at this point with just how many I am having to make. I have one of my pink penguins. Actually, the other pink penguin is in a box over there. I did end up completing all the penguin colors. So I have the pink penguins, I have 2 purple penguins, and I have 2 blue ones alongside the normal penguin colors. And actually, when I say that, I don't have 1 purple penguin. Somebody actually ended up purchasing it from my online store. So thank you so much. That made my day. Getting an online order, it's so different from like in person and market. I don't know, when I get online orders, I'm like, it makes my day. It really does. So I actually do need to remake 1 purple penguin, but I have all of the other color variations done for the penguins, so I am pretty happy about that. This is one of the finished tigers, so you guys can see. And then, like I said, I think I have 6 more downstairs, but this is one of the finished ones. I have these 3 mini pandas, and these are an item that don't sell too great for me. I haven't sold too many. I think I've sold maybe like a handful, but they are small and they are fairly easy to make. So I do typically try and keep a few of them just because they are also one of my cheaper items. So I have 3 of them. I think I have 1 left over, but same thing, like if that one happens to sell at a store or something, I'm not going to be in too big of a rush to necessarily try and remake it, just because 3 or 2 seems like a decent number for these pandas with how they have sold for me. Moving on to the turtle variations. I mentioned this last time, but I decided to cut down on my turtle variations to make life a little bit easier for me. I used to do like, oh gosh, 8 or 9 different color variations, which is way too much. I was having a lot of problems getting the stock and then never knowing like what needed to be made, and it was just a lot. So I did recently decide to cut down the turtle variations to basically 4 colors. That could possibly change in the future, but for right now, I'm gonna keep it easy for myself. Granted, this would be different, of course, if somebody ordered something from like my online store or something where you can actually choose colors. For markets, this is how I plan to do it. So I have a purple turtle, I have a pink turtle, I have a green turtle, and then I have a blue and green turtle. That seems to work the best. I did do a really big restock where I just sat down and I made all these turtles. I think I made, oh god, 16, something like that, turtles. And I thought, okay, surely if I make all these turtles, I won't have to remake any more turtles. That is not the case. All of my pink turtles are already gone, so I will need to remake another 4. Purple turtles, I already know that I have to go bring some to a store, and then alongside the other colors. So I caught up for at least like a day, but all of them are gonna go, so I'm gonna be making even more turtles. So here are the turtles I got. So I have 4 of these purple turtles, and you'll see that I decided to split half and half. Oh, and apologies for the yarn fuzzies. I'll pick them off later. But I decided to split half and half, where some had safety eyes and some had sewn eyes. It's something that I try and do for items that maybe I'm making a decent quantity of and I've been asked about before for baby safe options. So yes, some have sewn, some have safety eyes. I've been asked before about this whole thing with safety eyes. Should you do things, embroidery eyes? I would love to learn how to embroider eyes a little bit better. I actually really badly want to learn it, and it's definitely gonna be something I'm gonna focus on, probably more so in the winter time. Right now, I just really don't have the time to sit down and figure it out because I'm just putting out so much product. But you will of course have people who will run into you at markets, and you'll have some people that will complain about the fact that if not everything is baby safe, they might complain about that. I have had that in the past. So I do try and have at least a few baby safe options on my table. And when I say that, I'm saying without safety eyes. I do find it quite funny that I see so many people who crochet snugglers, and especially on Instagram, I'll see so many people posting, and people crochet snugglers and put safety eyes in them and then market them as baby safe. To me, that is not baby safe. That is not made for a baby. It has to have no safety eyes for it to be baby safe. I have tried everything with my safety eyes. I have really stuck them on. I've even added hot glue on the back. And still, with that being said, I have had situations where if somebody were to sit there and just pull at it or chew at it, that safety eye can come off. It is a choking hazard. So I always try and have options on my table, maybe not a ton. Not everything I have is baby safe for say right now. I do try and have options so I can confidently tell somebody, hey, this is not going to be a choking concern in terms of safety eyes. Yes, I've had people pull out the string. I'm still working on trying to like really make certain it's fastened up for the yarn, but then at the same time, I do tell people that if they just truly want to have no issues and no concerns with any type of choking, I tell people a lot of times you can just go snip, cut the yarn. I can cut the yarn, so then there's just no eyes in general, and you will have no issues with any type of hazards. I do find that very interesting. Just an interesting take I've noticed. I don't know why I see so many people marketing things for baby safe with safety eyes, when literally the warning on safety eyes is that it's a choking hazard. So to cover myself and to try and prevent situations, I always tell people, but at the same time, I've had many people over the years where I tell people, hey, this could be a choking hazard, and they still will buy the item with the safety eyes, but I just always make certain that people know, and I tell them out front, so that way I know I've done everything I can, and then it is their choice and up to them what they decide after. I have 3 of these blue and green turtles. I had 1 left of this color, so I went ahead and just made 3 to get back up to my 4, and then these are the green ones. They're all kind of falling apart, but these are the green ones that I have. Same thing, I had 1 left over from my previous market and then just decided to do 3 to get back up to 4. Still working on lots of things. I have my market coming up on the 17th. I have parts of dragons made. I have cats that I'm finishing up. I have all types of things on my list. This is just the beginning part of one of my lists. I have lots of flowers that need to be done. There's a lot of things that need to be done, and I am just trying my best to work through it alongside keeping up with my stores. That is definitely something that I would 100% factor in if anyone ever wants to do a store and is doing markets at the same time. Make certain you can handle the load. I'm extremely fortunate that I can have a lot more time than say a normal person would to be able to crochet, alongside also having help that helps me with sewing, fastening off, assembling flowers. So it does make it so I can produce a large quantity of items opposed to some people. So if you see what I crochet in a week and you're like, wow, she really crocheted a lot, just also remember I do have help, and I do run my own business separately alongside this business. So even though I have 2 businesses, I'm able to do them at home. They're both managed by myself and one other person. So it is very easy for me to have more time to put into a business opposed to if I was, say, somebody with a family or somebody with other responsibilities outside of the house. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I kind of have been making a lot of the same things, so hopefully it's not too boring. I will say maybe the only fun thing I've made recently is I'm currently crocheting a toothbrush. This is probably one of the more bizarre customs I'm doing, but I have a body of a toothbrush. I just have to actually crochet the brush part of it. But besides that, a lot of this has just been repeat, redoing stock, all that type of stuff that happens when you have to also do a store, post a market. You end up making a lot of quantity of one thing. So like I said, my next market is going to be August 17th. It will be at the Cumming City Center. If you guys are local to Georgia, feel free to stop by. I'll be there from 10 to 5. And then after that, I'm going to be taking September off from markets. I have to cancel the markets I had then. And then I will be doing a big market in the Milton Alpharetta area October 5th, which is the Crab Apple Festival, I believe, and I've never done that one before, but I've heard the attendance can be quite crazy, as well as the market can be very extreme. And then after that, I hope to have a November market that will be probably around November 22nd. And then once I hit that mark, I will be done for the year for markets, and we'll be focusing on my online store orders and then actual physical stores. So if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to stick around. I'm constantly making videos of all different types of things. If you guys have a video that you would like to see or any questions, please leave them below. I would love to answer them, or make a video dedicated to some of your questions or things you would like to see. Without further ado, that is all I have for this video, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of the day, and I will see you next time. Bye!